The luxury brand on your business card is buying you credibility before you say a word. That's the premium you've been building on. What's surprising for agents is how quickly that credibility can be threatened by an ownership and strategic direction change. All of it can shift in a single quarter, and the agents never get a vote. To show exactly how that happens, we're going to walk through what's changing right now for agents at Sotheby's, Coldwell Banker, Corcoran, and other brands now under Compass, because it's the clearest live example of luxury brand exclusivity being dismantled. And what we find applies to any luxury brand agent, not just the ones at Anywhere. By the end of this video, you'll know whether the brand you're banking on is built to last or just one corporate transaction away from meaning something different at the listing table. So let's get to it. Brand strength versus platform revenue. A brokerage's primary interest can change the experience of its agents and their clients. For Anywhere agents, the parent company above your brand just shifted from one that needed your brand to be strong to one that just needs your transactions flowing through its platform. Those are different business interests. For over 20 years, the Anywhere brand, Sotheby's, Coldwell Banker, Corcoran, operated under a parent whose fees came from the franchise. Anywhere's financial interest was aligned with the brand's performing well. That changed on January 9th. Compass, the new parent, is a tech brokerage that spent $1.8 billion building a platform that it intends to put in front of every agent it touches. They are already carrying $2.6 billion in equity debt and committing to find $400 million in savings. A franchise parent like Anywhere used to be protects the brand because that's where its money comes from. A platform parent like Compass, now in Anywhere, uses the brand to control the transaction and hopefully pick up more income doing that. The issue for luxury agents is that the brand strength and platform revenue are not the same goal. When they conflict, and with $2.6 billion in debt and $400 million saving target, they will. A platform parent will prioritize the platform. Parent changes client access. Sometimes a parent change shifts the clients agents may get. For Sotheby's agents, the parent shift has a direct impact on who sends them clients. Sotheby's was built around an implied referral pipeline from Sotheby's auction house, access to ultra-high net worth clients, moving assets to multiple kinds. That pipeline was a meaningful part of what the brand offered luxury agents. But Compass, Sotheby's new parent, also owns Christie's International Real Estate, affiliated with Christie's auction house, Sotheby's direct competitor. With Compass heading up both brands, neither auction house has a business reason to send clients to a platform that also controls their rival. An opportunity that was part of Sotheby's brand promise just became structurally unavailable, and the agents didn't make that call. By the way, I'm Doug Smart, co-founder and full-stack developer of Smart Agent Alliance with eXp Realty. We help agents understand where the industry is actually going. And for the agents we sponsor, we built an agent portal with a full resource stack from Smart Agent Alliance and the Wolfpack, provided at no cost to them. The differentiation problem. Having too many brands under the same roof can make describing how your brand is different very challenging. Luxury branding relies on the feeling of exclusivity. With the Compass Anywhere merger, 5 luxury brands now share one parent. Exclusivity can't survive that math. The brand differentiation problem under one parent isn't new. The challenge of distinguishing from a Sotheby's from a Corcoran agent in a top-tier luxury city existed before this merger. Now add Christie's and Compass to the same parent and it gets worse. When clients can't distinguish between one brand and 4 others under the same parent, the exclusivity that justified the brand premium is going to suffer. The private listings war is a luxury problem. A parent company's legal exposure can become the brand's reputation problem. Luxury clients want to associate with prestigious, trustworthy brands. Active court proceedings against your brokerage doesn't scream clean optics. As you know by now, Compass routes listings through its own ecosystem before they reach the MLS. Well, Washington State just passed a law requiring all listings to be publicly marketed, making private, exclusive-only marketing illegal there. The Northwest MLS called the listing strategy a deceptive scheme in their court proceedings. Luxury clients may not be reading all the court news, but their attorneys and wealth managers are, and that eventually reaches the clients you've spent years earning. Exclusive listings, mass market platform. A brokerage decision can shift how clients may perceive you. 1 month after closing the Anywhere acquisition, Compass announced a partnership with Redfin. Compass Coming Soon listings started appearing on Redfin in March 2026. Private exclusive listings, the ones positioned as the most controlled, most prestigious exposure available, are next. Redfin is a mass market platform. It is built for accessibility and volume, not exclusivity and prestige. That's not a knock on Redfin, it's a very different brand promise than the one luxury agents have been selling. Luxury brand agents at these brands now have to decide whether to opt their sellers' listings into Redfin syndication. The pressure is to say yes, more exposure, more leads. But a seller who chose Sotheby's for the prestige didn't expect their $10 million listing to first appear next to starter homes in Redfin search. That conversation is now landing on agents who didn't create the situation. Integration in practice. Besides luxury agents, all agents can end up being less able to make their own choices from brokerage changes. For example, by 2027, anywhere agent transactions are likely to flow through the Compass platform. How do we know this? Compass already proved it when it acquired Christie's in January 2025, and Compass told investors that what they did there is the blueprint for all the Anywhere brands. After the Christie buyout, more Christie's agents started routing their clients' title work through the Compass title company instead of outside vendors, who may have been the best choice for their business or for their clients. The agents weren't forced to use Compass title company, but their new Compass platform was designed to make the Compass title option easier than any other. That's the model, and that's the schedule Anywhere agents are on. A bad time for uncertainty. Here's the irony. All of this is happening during one of the best luxury markets in a generation. Generational wealth transfers hit $6 trillion in 2025. Foreign buyer activity jumped 44%. The opportunity is real, but the agents who capture it are the ones who clients have no doubt about who they're working with. Brand confusion, legal exposure, and platform economics can work against you. They show up in listing appointments and client conversations at exactly the moment the market is most valuable. For any agent whose business runs on brand credibility, this is the wrong time to be uncertain about what's sitting above it. What this means for any luxury brand agent. Those are 6 things that changed for Anywhere agents in the span of a few months. Here's what any luxury brand agent should take from them. What is the parent company's actual business interest? If the parent's model is aligned with the brand performing well, that's structural support. If it's built around platform capture or debt service, those priorities will eventually shape what the brand becomes. What does the brand actually deliver that you couldn't deliver without it? Referral pipelines, client trust, market positioning. These are real, but audit how much of this is brand and how much of it is you. The auction house pipeline at Sotheby's was always harder to activate than the brand implied. What happens to brand positioning when the parent makes a decision you didn't choose? Compass agents didn't choose the private listings litigation. Sotheby's agents didn't choose the Christie's merger. Anywhere agents didn't choose Redfin. Brand risk at a franchise brokerage runs above the broker, above the agent, and above the transaction. Let's simplify this. Brand identity in real estate isn't just what's on your sign. It's who owns the sign, what they owe, and what they're building. The Compass acquisition of Anywhere proved all 3 can quickly change. If you like this type of content, subscribe so you don't miss what we cover next. If you're thinking through whether your brokerage still fits your building, or you want to understand the hidden costs of staying before you decide, those videos are on the screen. See you on the next one.